The first reminder that happy soul, hungry mind provides us is that we are all constantly worrying. It reminds us that every minute that is spent worrying is a minute that is not lived. I talk to many people and they talk to me about their worries. They are worried about their financial situation. They want to save, make sure they have enough for retirement. They want to make sure they have enough for the education fund for their kids, the college fund. They're worried what will happen to them in retirement with healthcare. They're worried about their jobs. They're worried about how they can make progress, how they can get a promotion. What can they do? How can they deal with a difficult boss or a difficult coworker? They're worried about mortgage. They're worried about their stocks and investments. They're worried about their health. All of us, or most of us, are constantly worrying. We all have worries. And these worries are robbing our lives from us. Now you're thinking, well, how can I not worry? We all have to survive. We all have to go out and work, and we have to worry. And a certain amount of worry is necessary because you have to protect yourself. You have to be thinking about things. The problem is not worrying. The problem is chronic worrying, where we worry all the time. When we are with our family, we are worrying. When we are with our friends, we are worrying. When we are on vacation, we are worried. That cycle of constant worrying, we must break free from. And that is the first reminder. Because like I said at the very beginning, every minute that you spend worrying is a minute that you have not lived. So what you need to do is tell yourself, I have these challenges and I have these worries, but I'm going to take a break from these worries. I'm going to take 2 hours and not worry today. I am going to maybe this Saturday or this Sunday not worry. I'm going to take this Wednesday and go out and just have a nice dinner and not worry. I'm going to take a break from worrying. I'm going to sit and watch a movie today and not worry. Or I'm going to sit and meditate today and not worry. And then once that period is over, I'll come back and deal with the situation. Once you start taking these breaks from worrying, you'll begin to notice your life changes. And you will begin to find better solutions for your problems. When you're constantly worrying, it weakens your mind and it weakens your ability. So that is the first reminder, is to take a break, a conscious break, right? This is as important as like people who diet. They have to remind themselves not to eat certain things or to eat in moderation. And you have to do the same thing. You have to say, I'm going to worry, but in moderation. I am not going to take on so much worrying, or I'm not going to worry all the time. That is an important reminder. All right. The second reminder is that we are all in life constantly wanting more. We want a bigger house than what we have right now. We want a fancier car. We want more money. We want a better job. We want a bigger promotion, a bigger bonus. We are all wanting more. We want better clothes. We want a fancier watch. We want more shoes. We want more and more and more. We are constantly wanting more. We want more love from our girlfriend or boyfriend. We want more love from our spouse. We want love from our kids. We want love from our parents. We want to be the most favorite friend among all our friends. We want the boss to recognize us the most. We want the best recognition, the best reward. We want the best vacation. We want the best deals. Now you're thinking, what is wrong with wanting more? What is wrong with prosperity? Why should you feel guilty about wanting more? There is nothing wrong with wanting more. There is nothing wrong with earning money and living a good life and providing a good life for your family and helping your friends and doing well in life. There is nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely wonderful to do that, because as a society, we cannot progress if we are not working hard and achieving more. So then what is the problem? What is this reminder about? This reminder is about wanting more all the time. So you're sitting and having dinner with your family, but your thoughts are about that project at work, because that project has to go well. And then you will get the promotion, which will lead to another project where you will now have to work harder. And you have just missed the opportunity to have a wonderful dinner with your family. Even though you're there physically, you are not there mentally. When you are wanting more all the time, it consumes you. And when it consumes you, you stop living the life you have. And this notion of wanting more and more makes you a little numb to life and the surroundings around you. And you get addicted to wanting more. And then you forget to live life. And that actually leads to the third reminder that the book provides, is to relish life. To take the time to stop and relish life. To take the time to say, I have all this worrying, I am working hard to achieve more and more. But to take the time to stop and say, let me enjoy what I have today. And let me give you an example. I'll meet a couple who will say they're desperate to have their first baby. And they've been struggling for 2 or 3 years. They've been going to fertility clinics. They've been meeting fertility doctors. And the only thing that is on their mind is to somehow have a baby. And they say, well, once we have the baby, then we will be so happy because we will feel blessed to have a baby. But they're missing out. They're missing out on enjoying each other's company right now. They're missing out on life today for a life tomorrow. They need to absolutely try to have a baby and go through the process. But they should remember to enjoy themselves. I'll meet parents who will say, well, we can't wait for our kids to grow up because they are such a problem right now. But you go ask parents whose kids have grown up, the thing that they want most is to watch or to have their kids go back to being younger again so they can enjoy them. We are always wanting something else in the future and not relishing what we have today. You may be living in a very small apartment, a studio apartment, and you dream of having a huge mansion. And every day you dream of the mansion. But you could be enjoying life today. Do not be upset with life today. There are so many blessings in your life today that you can enjoy. Relish what you have. Relish yourself. Relish your relationships. Relish your friendships. Relish the time you have today. Because in this world, I can give you a lot of things. I could give you $100 billion. I could make you president. I could make you a king. But one thing that I cannot, and those things are very difficult. I really cannot give you those. But compared to those, there is one thing that I absolutely cannot give you back. And that is today. I cannot give you back today. Nobody can. And you and I have the same today. A billionaire and a pauper have the same today. And if a billionaire and a pauper do not relish today, both of them are not going to get it back. You would think a billionaire always relishes their days. That is not true. A billionaire can be so consumed in worrying about her next billion, his next billion. A billionaire can be so consumed about their business deal not working. A billionaire could be consumed about wanting more, building a bigger empire, that they forget to relish what they have, which is billions of dollars. And same thing can happen to a pauper, to a homeless person who is living underneath a freeway. They're in a hopeless situation, they're very poor, but they can still smile and live and figure out how to enjoy their life. I know enjoy for a homeless person sounds extreme, but they can still feel that peace. And which leads us to the fourth and biggest reminder of this book. And it is the biggest, greatest reminder of our very lives. It is the very jackpot of our lives. It is bigger than the Powerball. It is bigger than the biggest of all Powerballs. I think it was several $100 million last week. But this reminder is bigger than all the Powerballs in the world combined. This reminder is bigger than all the money in the world. What is it? This reminder is that you and I have an infinite amount of bliss within us. We have an infinite amount of peace within us, an infinite amount of happiness within us. And we already have the right to access this because it is within us. The day you were born, you had this ability to access this right to access this infinite amount of peace and happiness. And if we die without experiencing this peace and happiness, then we have wasted our life. That is the biggest reminder of life. That is the biggest reminder of this book, why I wrote the book, that you and I must make spiritual progress so we can experience this infinite happiness and change our life. The first three reminders of taking a break from constant worrying, taking a break from constant wanting, relishing life, are all about living life in the material world. But the fourth reminder, the biggest reminder of all, is to turn inside and enjoy what you already have, that infinite bliss. Let us all make spiritual progress so we can experience what we already have. Thank you for listening. I, the soul, honor you, the soul. At your core, you are peace. Be who you are. Be peace. Be peace. Be peace.